Hey gang, Super Hands 886 here, and this is Super Hands On. What's up gang, Super Hands 886 back again with another episode of Super Hands On. And today we're going to check out the Motoraux virtual reality headset. And as always, we're going to do this with our 10-point system. It comprises of durability, design, comfort, the phone's latching mechanism, whether or not it supports the use of headphones without any modifications, the lens quality, the focal distance, whether or not it has a magnet button, whether or not it has a QR code, and whether or not it supports the use of augmented reality. When I pulled these out of the box, it was a little bit disheartening. They're made out of a pretty thin plastic compared to the rest of the headsets I've been trying out. However, I've had them for about a week and they held up really well. The hinge on the door was something that I was worried about right off the bat, but it actually has held up quite well. I'm pretty impressed with that. It's held shut with a magnet, which I was worried about whether or not it was just going to end up popping open on its own, but it is a really strong magnet and it's held shut really well. The knobs for the focal distance and the knob for the pupillary distance have gears inside which are pretty solid. They haven't worn down at all. They don't really feel like they're going to wear down at all either. So overall, it is a pretty durable headset. I wasn't expecting that. The design, it's not really the best looking headset as you can see, but it does have some nice features like the heat vents that it has here on the front, as well as this really nice heat vent that goes along the top to help keep your face cold that works really, really well. For the most part, it has pretty much the same design features as any other headset on the market. It just doesn't really look as good as some of the other ones. It is a comfortable headset. As I test these out, I wear them for a couple of hours at a time, and this was a pretty comfortable headset. It has nice elastic straps that are adjustable with Velcro on the top as well as both sides. It has a nice little flexible pad for the back of your head. And then the foam padding that goes along the inside of the virtual reality headset has this rubber coating on it. I don't really care for that material. I like the fabric ones better, but it does have all these little holes to help try to keep your face cooler, which actually does work pretty well. So overall, it is a pretty comfortable headset. The phone's latching mechanism is where this headset begins to fall apart. It is a very terrible design. When you open this door, you kind of just lay your phone in there. There's nothing to hold on to the phone at all. There's nothing to help you line it up at all. You kind of just have to eyeball it and see whether or not it lines up with the little wall that's inside of there that goes in between the lenses. You close the door without, hoping, you try to hope that the phone doesn't move around. Look at it. If it doesn't line up, you got to go through it over again. Motoraux really should have put more thought into it. It, like I said, is just a very poor design. It does support the use of headphones without modifications. There's an opening on the left as well as an opening on the right, so regardless of which direction you have your phone inside of the virtual reality headset, you do always have access to your headphone jacks. The lens quality is mediocre. They're plastic lenses, although I've been looking at a lot of headsets that have plastic lenses that are of much higher quality than these ones. Uh, they're not terrible. You do get a pretty decent picture, but they're not great. They're nothing like glass lenses at all. So I'd really only give them a 0.5 overall. The focal distance, it's not too bad. It really isn't. It's also not great. When you adjust the focal distance knobs, the front of the headset moves out. And if it would move out like 25% more than what it does, you would get a much better focal distance than what you do. It's not terrible, but this is definitely not a set for people that wear glasses because you don't have a very deep focal distance. And on top of that, the lenses themselves don't move when you adjust the focal distance. So if you have big glasses like me, they do not comfortably fit inside of the headset. And once you get your glasses into the headset, chances are they're going to be rubbing up against the lenses anyway. The headset does not come with a magnet button, which isn't really a downfall, as most of these don't come with magnet buttons. You just need to pick yourself up a Bluetooth controller or an Xbox 360 controller with a USB OTG cable and you'll be set. It doesn't come with a QR code, which I really wish this set would have. Applications like Google Cardboard tell you to scan your QR code so you have a better visual experience. And with the mediocre lenses in this particular headset, it may have made a difference. It actually may have improved the quality and would be something that would have been a plus to have with this headset. They do support augmented reality. There's a little door that slides off so that your phone's camera can look through. You'll definitely have to, orientate your camera inside of there so that it's looking through this door. There's a lot of great virtual reality apps on the market to test out with this headset. Overall, in the end, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. It's not really the best headset on the market. It is pretty cheap, but if you want to spend an extra $5 or $10, you can get a better headset than this. As usual, make sure you subscribe to our channel, make sure that you like our video, make sure you follow us on Twitter, and we'll see you next time.